Caitlin Clark lands new role in basketball during Indiana Fever off-season. It was announced on Tuesday that Caitlin Clark will join NBC Sports to serve as a special contributor for its new Basketball Night in America program. Caitlin Clark will make her debut as a TV analyst on February 1st, preceding the Lakers versus Knicks game at Madison Square Garden.
So NBC just dropped some major news about Caitlin Clark that's got everyone talking. She's stepping into a brand new role as a special contributor for their basketball coverage, and honestly, the reaction has been wild.
NBA made its triumphant return to NBC this season, and who did Universal bring in to really start it off with a bang? Who did they bring in to engage all audiences? They brought in the GOAT, also known as Michael Jordan. They teased Michael Jordan appearing up and down the bill to get people tuned in, to get people watching. Now, February 1st, they're rolling something else out. Basketball Night in America. Well, Michael Jordan, he already fulfilled his duties. He already took care of his commitments. He already reached all requirements on the contract. So who do they need to go get? Well, the next best thing, I suppose. Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark will join NBC Sports as a special contributor for the newly launched Basketball Night in America on February 1st, preceding the Lakers-Knicks game at Madison Square Garden. It will be CC's first time in an analyst type.
Here's the situation. Clark is officially joining NBC Sports to work on Basketball Night in America. We're talking about her showing up at Madison Square Garden itself, working right alongside some serious basketball legends, and breaking into territory that's got critics all worked up. The second this announcement hit, people immediately started questioning if she's actually ready for this kind of role. That response alone shows you exactly what kind of energy she's dealing with. So what's the real deal here? Is this move actually justified? Or is NBC just riding the wave of her massive popularity?
See, wow. So this would be akin to, they have Sunday Night Football, and it starts with a pregame show called Football Night in America. I didn't know they were creating Basketball Night in America, but here we are. It will be Caitlin Clark's first time in an analyst type role on TV. That's per Chloe Peterson. She will return to the broadcast table on March 9 for a game between Oklahoma City Thunder and the Knicks. Caitlin Clark joins Michael Jordan as a splashy acquisition for NBC and NBA coverage.
First, the facts.
Breaking this down further, Clark's gonna be part of NBC Sports as a special contributor for Basketball Night in America. Her first big moment comes February 1st when she'll be live on location at Madison Square Garden for the launch of Sunday Night Basketball. Picture this setup. She's joining Maria Taylor, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady for all the pre-game coverage before the Lakers take the court. This development is huge for several different reasons, and just like clockwork, the doubters showed up instantly with their questions about whether she's actually earned this chance. Let me walk you through why this matters so much, why all that criticism completely misses the mark, and how Caitlin continues to come out on top while everyone else just keeps proving they don't get it.
Career.
Of course, Caitlin Clark is expected to offer unique insights in assuming the analyst role for the first time, and her basketball IQ cannot be questioned. So the transition will be a seamless one for the Indiana Fever's star point.
Clark's commitment involves two major appearances this season. First up is February 1st at Madison Square Garden when the Lakers face the Knicks, followed by March 29th in Oklahoma City for the Thunder versus Knicks matchup. Her role puts her right in the middle of the pre-game coverage, offering commentary alongside three actual Hall of Fame players. This isn't some minor side gig we're talking about. NBC is positioning her on their premier NBA broadcast at one of sports' most legendary venues for what's basically the biggest regular regular season showdown you can imagine. When LeBron James brings the Lakers to face the Knicks at Madison Square Garden, that's must-watch basketball, and NBC specifically wants Caitlin Clark as part of that entire experience. The backlash came exactly like you'd expect it would. People immediately started asking what she could possibly know about the NBA. They're saying she's never actually played in the NBA, so how can she analyze it? Some are claiming this is just NBC trying to cash in on her popularity. Every single one of these arguments completely misses what's actually happening here, and frankly, they reveal the exact kind of double standards and resentment that have been following Caitlin throughout her entire career. Let's tackle this qualifications debate head on. Caitlin Clark owns the all-time NCAA Division I scoring record with 3,951 points. She's earned 2 Naismith College Player of the Year awards, 2 AP College Player of the Year honors, 3 unanimous first-team All-American selections, made the WNBA All-Star team, earned All-WNBA first-team recognition, and led the league in assists during 2024. Her understanding of basketball operates on a completely different level. She reads the game in ways most players never develop. She gets offensive systems, defensive rotations, creating advantages, and finding ways to exploit mismatches. All of that knowledge applies directly to analyzing basketball no matter what league you're watching. This whole idea that you must have played in one specific league before you can analyze it makes zero sense and has never been the actual requirement for NBA analysts. Think about how many current NBA analysts never stepped foot on an NBA court. That's a lot of people. How many actually played but spent their careers as bench players who never came close to achieving what Caitlin has accomplished in basketball? Nobody questions what they bring to the table, but when Caitlin, who has achieved more in basketball than most people ever dream of, gets a chance to analyze games, suddenly everyone cares about credentials. This isn't really about qualifications at all. This is about people looking for any reason to criticize her because they cannot handle watching her win. Sam Flood, who runs NBC Sports Production, called Caitlin one of the most captivating players and dynamic scorers in basketball. Notice he didn't say women's basketball, he said basketball period. He's placing her in the same conversation as NBA players, and that assessment is completely accurate. Caitlin put up over 25 points per game in college while facing defenses built specifically to shut her down. She made passes that NBA players she knocked down shots from NBA ranges. She created offense at a level that works in any basketball context. The core principles of the game don't change just because the players are bigger or more athletic. Caitlin's own response to this opportunity shows exactly the right attitude and respect for the role. She said she's really excited to join the Basketball Night in America crew this season, calling Carmelo, Vince, and Tracy legends of the game while praising Maria as a true professional. She mentioned how fun it'll be to work with them a few times this season. She's not acting like she knows everything. She's not claiming she's better than Hall of Fame players. She's genuinely excited for the opportunity and shows respect for the people she'll be working alongside. That's exactly the right approach, and it makes all the criticism look even more ridiculous.